Okay, next video is about creating different types of things in Google Docs. If you go back to the Create button, you can see that you can create a presentation, which again is like Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft Excel is just like the spreadsheet. Drawing is just like Microsoft Paint. I'm not going to go into each one of those. I'd like to focus on creating a form because this is a new tool, new to Microsoft users, but it is a great tool, one that I use very often in class, and um, other teachers have used it as well. So we're going to create a form. We're going to create a form. There we go. And you see this is a different screen that you get. Here's where you're going to ask questions, and what Google will do is it will gather all the responses and create a table of the responses or a spreadsheet of the responses for you. You can then take that information and grade it. I've used it to give quizzes. You can take that information to make Wordles. This is how some second grade Wordles and a whole bunch of middle school Wordles were created this past school year. But you can just gather beginning of the year information. You can gather it and gather information and just use it as a discussion starter with the students, project their responses on the smartboard. So lots of uses for Google Docs or Google Drive's form. So what you want to do is to create the form. Again, you want to give it a title. So this is a test form. So let's say that, well, here, let's change this to, let's say we were giving a opening day quiz. And you can give it a little description if you want, it's not required. A quiz for the first day of school. Okay, so question title is, okay, what question do you want? What question do you want to give here? So the first question we'll ask is what is the theme for this school year? And you can give it a help text if this is where you could put a website, if you can get information from a website on there. But next you would decide what kind of question type. Do you want just text, and that's what you're looking at here, where it says their answer. Do you want paragraph text? This is where they give a longer answer. This might be the one to use for this one. Other choices you can do are multiple choice, check boxes, where they would go down, yes, that one, that one, that one. Choose from a list. A little bit harder to set up, but it's worth the effort if that's the kind of quiz that you want. Scale, where you can list labels up here, down here, so we'll want a scale of 1 to 5, and then a grid. Again, it takes a little longer to set up, but just know that that option is there. So we'll have paragraph text here, and we'll just leave it at that. Once you're done, you can click done, and if you want it to be a required question, you can make it a required question. We'll click done, and there's my question. For this next one, we'll go over here to the edit, and if I wanted to edit this one again, I don't like the question, I want to redo it, I can edit it. If I like this question, I just want to change the text, I can make a duplicate. That's where I can make multiple ones over and over again, very easy, and if I just want to get rid of it, I can delete it. But down here, I'm going to edit the sample question that Google gives me, and I'm going to say, rate the Cardinals' chances to win the World Series. And we're going to make this a scale, and let's see, so not win, and 5 will be a will so win, and we'll make this a required question. And then so when the students respond, they would rate it somewhere, and so you can gauge feedback on how they liked the book, how hard they thought a test was, something along those lines. When you're done, you do want to save it. This is one thing that's a little different than other things, is that other Google documents, is that it does not save automatically, so you do want to save it. We'll save it, it just says saving up there. Now, to get this out to students, lots of different ways. You can, down here it'll say you can view this published one here. We're going to open that in a new tab so you can see what it looks like. This is what the students would see. Um, Another thing you can do is to email it to people. So if you wanted to email it out to students or email it to parents, email it to faculty members, you can email it. More actions. This embed. If you click on the embed and you copy and paste this, looks like a website, but this gobbledygook basically, and you paste that into a fast direct message to parents or to students or to whoever, the form will show up in fast direct and they'll be able to take and submit their form right there. So what happens with Google Forms? Well, let's go to the live one. What is the school year? What is the theme for the school year? So, in Christ we can. Rate the Cardinals' chances. Well, I'm not too excited about them, so this is what the students would see. And we're going to click submit. And it'll say thank you. Now this stuff up here, you can change and it can say, okay, now go read page whatever. Now do this or that. Thank you for doing it. Well, you can change all of this stuff. So let's go back and see what this looks like. And I've accidentally X'd it out. So we'll X that one out. And we'll go back to our quiz. Now in your Google Docs, in your lineup, in your Google Drive, see I'm back to my Google Drive, here's that quiz. Google saved it, here it is. What you'll see when you open it up is a spreadsheet of responses. So whoever took it, when they took it, or I'm sorry, when they took it is right here. What I usually do is on the form, just put the first question as their name, so it automatically grabs their name. And then here are the responses. You can see here's what I typed, and now Google has given that to me in a spreadsheet form. Lots of uses for Google Form. Really, really like this.